if you are starting law school this fall, first, congratulations. That is a phenomenal feat, and I applaud you. And I want to share with you some things that can help you be successful even before you step onto that law school campus. Here are three things I wish I would have known or learned about this summer as I was waiting to start officially my 1L year. Secondary sources will be one of your best friends. And here's three of them. The first one is Quinby, QUIMBEE.com. Quinby provides case briefs and helps you be able to understand what the issue of the case is, what the rule was, what was the analysis, and the conclusion of that case. It takes away the guesswork of having to waste time trying to understand confusing terms. And this is especially important for first generation law students that may not have any background in law. You don't want to waste any time trying to figure these things out on your own. It's a waste of time. Law school is graded on a curve, and you're competing against your classmates. A lot of your classmates may have attorney friends, parents, loved ones, or they may have worked as a paralegal or a clerk, and they already have this experience and this common knowledge. And so you need to use this summer just to get familiar with certain things. You don't have to memorize anything, but you want to get familiar with certain terms. So for example, if you're taking torts your first semester of law school, you want to understand intentional torts like assault, battery, false imprisonment. You want to understand about negligence, duty breach, causation, damages. You just want to hear these things now before you get to class so you can have a second retention point. You don't want those terms to be the first time you ever hear them. And so Quimby does a great job of breaking down case law based on different subject areas. And so there's a 7-day free trial you can use to check it out to see if it's worth it. And then you can invest in that resource if you can find it helpful. The second resource I recommend checking out and investing in is called Examples and Explanations. Your law school will likely have this book for free in your law library. So you could go to your library, check it out, look at it, and again, use torts as an example. Just read through it like a comic book. Just scan through it, maybe spend about an hour, just leisure reading, get you a cup of coffee, lunch, just to get familiar with the terms. Again, you want to have retention points. When you step into that law school class, you don't want these things to be the first time you're hearing about these concepts. And then third, I want you to check out what's called Emmanuel Crunch Time. Now, this is going to be more helpful maybe 2 to 4 weeks before your final exam. It provides exam tips and different traps and pitfalls to not fall into as you're doing law school exams. And so these are the three things I wish I would have known about as I was heading into law school. One of the most well-intended advices that I received, but was one of the worst pieces of advice, was to essentially reinvent the wheel and not use secondary sources. For me, I have great memory by God's grace, and I should have used that to my advantage early on by just reviewing these secondary sources. I wasted a lot of time trying to figure it out on my own and creating my own outlines. That was just a waste of time. And I needed to be spending most of my time learning a new skill of legal reasoning, legal writing, how to find issues in fact patterns. And so the less I spent time reading and the more that I spent time practicing on how to do well in a law school exam, my grades increased, my skills increased. And so if you're a first generation law student, check out Quinby, Examples and Explanations, and Emmanuel Crunch Time as secondary resources. Don't reinvent the wheel. Law school is graded on the curve. This is a game you have to learn how to play, because if you don't learn how to play it, you will be exposed and you will lose this game. At the Online Winners Foundation, we help eliminate students' fear, anxiety, and uncertainty on how to navigate the law school admissions process, but also success in law school. If this is something that could be interest of you to learn how to be a part of a community, a coaching program that is invested in your success to make sure that you not only survive but thrive through the law school process. Send me a direct message with the word win, or send me an email at rnwinewinnersfoundation@gmail.com so you can learn more how we can help you on your winning journey. Take care.